Hello everyone, it's Anita again. Thank you for being here. So today I'm recording a little bit late. I didn't manage to sort everything out early in the morning. And actually this is something good because I went off of my planned schedule. I think it's a good time to talk about victim mentality, because I have been having thoughts connected to being a victim and complaining and what have you in the morning, trying to find excuses on not recording the video at all. And somehow I snapped out of it, in a sense that I actually did 50% of my normal morning schedule, which is I did meditation. So in a way, I actually didn't go in with that victim mentality all the way. And sometimes there are situations where you actually need to accept the fact that certain patterns and glitches will appear in your reality, and you and only you can handle them. You will not have a boss or someone to tell you what to do, especially when you're trying to do something on your own. You need to become your own boss, and you need to somehow create your own schedule and stick to it. So when I look at it from just my observation and my experience, it doesn't matter what it is connected to. I really don't believe in motivation. I really don't believe in motivation. You can either become a victim in your life or a creator. And yes, there can happen gray areas when you actually somewhere in between. And usually it can go both ways. So like today in the morning, I was a little bit more victim than creator. But right now I assume a different state of being. I'm assuming that I'm actually a creator instead of being victim in my life. And there is no motivation behind that. It's just a realization that you either assume one identity or the other, and it's really up to you. No one will do it for you. No one will come and, sort your own problems out. You need to somehow sort your own problems out yourself. You need to become self-responsible for your own actions if you actually want to start something and keep with something new in your life. And I think it's kind of tricky, and probably a lot of people will not like to hear this, but it is how it is. And I have to say that the life we are living here on Earth, I think this is a very difficult life, in a sense that we have a lot of distractions around us that compete over our own attention. And our own attention is actually our currency. It's actually something we can invest in, something that can then pay us back in all kind of ways, basically. So your attention is your currency. And why do you think you can go into YouTube or any other social media without paying? Well, you actually pay with your time. And this is actually something that social media is selling. And it's a sad realization, but this is how it is. And I often talk to people and they say, I don't have time to meditate. You do have time. You just spend it on something that you have nothing from it. Well, maybe you have some entertainment, some dopamine kick from watching all those silly videos, and before you know it, an hour goes by and you spend it on your phone. you're not even living your life. So it's kind of scary. I mean, I do it sometimes too. I mean, everyone is doing it, but just because everyone is doing it doesn't mean it's normal. I think it's like more sleeping in a sense, you just scroll. And I don't know how it is for you, but if I scroll too much, I really don't feel all that well about myself if I do that, to be honest. So yesterday I wanted to be super hyperactive and productive and what have you. But when I finished my 9 to 5 job, my plan was to actually create some shorts. I already have recorded material, it's just editing that's needed. And then create a schedule so that every day a new short comes out. But I thought that I'm so fed up with staring at the screen, I just had to do something else, and I went to gym instead. And today I had the thought that actually it was a good call, because when you are trying to create something new, there is also another trap people may fall into. They just keep on doing. And you're trying to, I don't know, create your own business in a sense, whatever that is. And you just fall into another trap, which is like workaholism. In a sense, you don't really rest. And your body, your psyche also needs rest. So for me, going to gym was in a way rest, because when you sit in one position for a prolonged period of time, physicality is equally important when it comes to your health, your mentality and what have you. Your body needs movement, and this is also often overlooked in spiritual environment. People often omit this aspect. Yes, there is yoga and what have you, but usually it's just, you have channels, or you have someone talking only about yoga, do this, and then someone talks only about meditation, do this instead, and people get like scattered all over the place. I think the movement itself isn't really that important. I mean, the type of the movement isn't as important, but what is important is to make sure that you have at least 3 times a week some sort of training. It could be walking, it could be running, it could be something you actually enjoy doing. And this is key component. It needs to be something that you enjoy doing. So how do you find out? You just go out and try things. It's like with everything. And if something sticks with you, if you feel you like some certain activity, then you do it. In my case, it's gym. I also like cycling. Well, not in winter, but in winter usually it's gym. And it's a way for my mind to rest when I put my body into practice. If you don't move your body, and your body is in a state of rest all the time, then your mind goes on even more. And you have more and more of those intrusive thoughts, and you don't really feel good mentally if you don't move your body. People back in the days when they were exercising a lot, they were working physically. Do you think they were depressed? They didn't have time for that, because they were always in movement. They were always doing something. And in today's world, we have a work where we sit, then we sit in a house after work to chill, and we look at screens all the time, and it's really just not that healthy. So, yeah, I wanted to talk about victim mentality, and I ended up talking about movement. But again, I think these two topics are in a way connected, because if you allow your mind to wander all the time and you don't put physicality into play, then it is actually easier for your mind to assume this victim mentality. Oh, poor me, I don't do this, I don't do that, I don't feel like doing this, I don't feel like doing that. So in a way, if you are not active, then the laziness creeps in, and that kind of mentality that tries to convince you into not doing things. So to me, and it actually always worked for me, is, training, movement, what have you, regular movement. It's something that really helps you to have more energy and to assume this better version of yourself, this creator version of yourself, instead of victim version of yourself, because you put yourself into action. And I think in this 3D reality that we live in, everything translates through action. So I don't just, meditate and do nothing. I do put certain things into action so that I get specific results. Although I don't assume that I will get specific results, in the sense that if you focus your intention on giving value to people, the end result isn't something you look for. You're just happy when you can help someone, when you can motivate someone when you can actually inspire, I should say, when you can actually inspire someone into taking action, this is rewarding in itself. And if you change one person's reality, it's like you're changing a fraction of reality that's around us. And I think we collectively should learn how to help each other and support each other in our journeys. We shouldn't be competing with each other. It's not healthy, and it will fail in the end. I mean, the competing mentality, it's what drains people out of energy, and we need to start doing things differently for the world to be more friendly for us. I mean, we come back to this world after we die, so it's very important what we leave behind. Do we leave the world better or worse? Yeah. So that's what I'm doing. That's the identity that I'm assuming. I want to bring value to people and leave this place better than when I enter it. And this is rewarding in itself. So that's all what I wanted to talk about. I was a little bit all over the place today, but it happens, Not every video will be spot on, and that's how it is. So that's just life, and I don't script my videos. I just go with the flow. So whatever comes out, it comes out. Still, I think I will need to do some editing with this. Yeah, so thank you very much for listening, and see you next time. Bye bye.